Alan Bolte, world-famous announcer, car aficionado, international bon vivant, television producer. Tell us what we have here.
Well, you're at the Ferrari Club of America Southwest region, and they have been in business since, I think, about 1995 that I remember, and have become the biggest and most successful Ferrari Club of America chapter in the United States, in large part due to the confluence of two things. One is it's always nice weather here, well, almost always, so you can take a beautiful car out for a sweep of the avenue, and we just happen to have more Ferraris here in Southern California than they have in all of Italy, and so that makes this a very big and very successful and very exciting chapter.
Thank you, Alan Bolte. Marv Landon, you organized this beautiful show. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a great show. You know, we were able to get a lot of great vintage cars and contemporary cars here. Thousands of people, as you can see. So we're real thrilled.
How many cars do you have?
Myself, I'm here on the
show.
On the show, we have 100.
Are these all yours?
152.
152. Great turnout.
Yeah, great turnout.
And is it? It's your annual event, right?
It will be an annual event. We did it in 2008. We're doing it again now. We'll do it next year on May 22nd.
What's the appeal of Ferraris?
The appeal of Ferrari is a more sexy car out there in the world that everybody just oohs and ahs over. If you hear a Ferrari run, you're done.
And you can see 152 of them right here in Pasadena.
Absolutely.
We have a checker here? Don't do it. Don't touch Daddy.
So Bruce Meyer, world-famous car collector, well known as the organizer of everything in Southern California. This is probably the one event you did not organize. It's done by Ferrari Club of America. But tell us about this beautiful Ferrari behind us.
Sure. Well, this was John von Neumann's hot rod, they called it. It's a 1957 Testarossa. And he bought it new in 57 and raced it in 57, 58, 59, and then sold it to Moto Zipper.
And there have been some great drivers driving this car, right?
Oh, fabulous. And with von Neumann, Richie Ginther and von Neumann traded seat time in this car and won just a lot of races. And under Otto Zipper's ownership, it was driven exclusively by Ken Miles. So it's driven from Mexico to Nassau, all over California, Riverside, Pomona. It's got a fabulous race history. We were able to find the original engine. Pete Lovely had it up in Seattle, so
and you drive it all the time, don't you?
I drive it as much as I can. In fact, the best thing about coming to these shows is just driving it here, and now I just have to wait till I get back on the road.
How's the turnout for the car here? People seem to really like it.
You know, there you go. It's like catnip to car people. You know. It's a wonderful, wonderful car. It's great history, and it's just fun bringing it down and sharing it.
Thank you, Bruce Meyer. This is Peter McCoy, who just won Best in Show. Peter, tell us about your beautiful car.
Well, it's a 1958 PF cab, Series 1. Made about 40 of them. And this was like 6 to the last. And it's been a great car. It's 2 years in restoration. It's been in a fire. Kind of, a lot of parts melted, and we had to remake a lot of parts. And Motion Products in Wisconsin, Wayne Aubrey, and his crew kind of guided it. Tom Shaughnessy was indispensable in putting the pieces together. With John Kleiner, who helped us with it, and Hillary Rabb, a lot of great Ferrari collectors helped put this thing back together.
Is that your police escort that just went by? They're going to take you out?
I hope so.
Thank you.
It was then, picking the legs of the brand.
Very good. And in the 1958 There, now you're in the car. You still got room to go. I don't think it's too tall. No, you only use the clutch to launch the car off. Then after that,
Could you tell us what car you have here, first of all?
it's the 2001 Schumacher winning Formula One car, the V10 car. It's a very historic car. This car has a history of being the 52nd win, or the most winningest car, when Michael became the most winningest driver in history. This is also a very special car because this car was the car he drove after 9/11 with a black nose, and it's also the car he drove at the USGP with the American flags on it. And back then I was actually supposed to be in the trade center on that day, and the only reason I didn't go is I wanted to go take a tour of the Ferrari factory, and so because of that, when I bought my F1 car, I wanted to have one that particular one.
So this has special meaning for you.
Very much so, and I drive it. I mean, I drive it at every circuit in the world, and I've been racing it for 6 years.
You're doing better than that Dutch guy, too.
Yeah, I don't try to kill records, but I am the second fastest in the world in the complete amateur class, next to a guy named Walter Rossing. But I'll get him this year.
This year, for sure.
I'm working on it.
Tell me, you're letting kids climb in and out of this beautiful, what I assume is a very expensive car.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
Because I love kids. I have 6 of my own. So, I mean, as long as they don't hit a wing, then why not? I mean, why wouldn't you let them sit in it? I'd let everybody do it if I just get tired doing it after all day, but for the kids always.
You're the nicest guy on Colorado Boulevard today. But you know, the thing is, you get a supporter like this. Steve Tillich, you have one of the most beautiful original old cars here. Tell us what this is.
It's a 1958 Ferrari Formula One car. Of the period of Mike Hawthorne and when Phil Hill first started driving Formula One cars for Ferrari, I can tell you that it's a delight to drive. It's not your typical Ferrari because it's a V6, very torquey, very, very low to the ground. You kind of drive it like a sprint car. You know, you throw it at a corner and slide it, power slide it out.
In those old pictures, they're always going sideways.
And it's absolutely the way to drive it. And if you can kind of get used to doing it, it's so much fun. You can really look like a hero and not be a very good driver.
How often do you get behind the wheel?
Of this one, not very often, but you know, there's always a car in front of the door for me to drive.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, let's